Do, 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 do. Oh, look at that. Follow right out the gate. Thank you very much to the Ruby for following the stream. You're fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing today? I was actually speaking to the Ruby on a live forum a little while ago, and they appear to be a streamer too. Let me see if I can actually pull up a clip of them really quick. The underscore Ruby. All right. See if anything will pop up with that. You know, it's great to be able to do Twitch networking. That's all I would really like to say about that. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, it's Final Fantasy IX. Annoying. You know, you gotta love that.
I got it! Holy...
I've always been a really big Final Fantasy IX fan. You know, I just recently re-downloaded it as part of the new Steam sale, so you actually might be seeing that on this channel pretty soon. Doop, doop, doop. So anyway, this is the waiting screen. And this is distinct when it comes to waiting screens because it's really that I'm not warming up. I'm not just in the chat while I'm getting things ready, going on in the background. I am actually here. I am live, and I am speaking to you during the loading screen. Well, so anyways, today we're going to be playing... I'm still having problems with this one. Umamusume Pretty Derby. You know, it is that infamous horse racing game that those of us over here in the United States, we first learned about it because there was a tie-in anime, and the tie-in anime got a English release. But part of what is considered to be a very long line of very popular Japanese games where all people do is bet on horses. That a good amount of them, not even really having anything to do with horses. But I remember a very popular one that was in Sega arcades in the 90s. That was based on the Hanna-Barbera cartoon Wacky Races. This is Wacky Races, of course. I'm into that on this channel. You definitely know that I'm into that. Muttley, do something! I don't know how well the Muttley laugh gets picked up on the mic. Let me try that one again. Something like that. I think maybe it's just one continuous gust of noise and then it just kind of wavers off and a little bit into the background whenever I do that. Okay, we're going to run my ad. I'm going to keep talking, and then afterwards we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the gameplay. Okay. Umamusume Pretty Derby. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep pronouncing that until it actually sounds right, especially right now since I'm in pre-show. Okay, yeah, it is pulsing a little bit, but it's not great. And, well, I am a person who will almost immediately admit to liking a few sketchy fan service things. I did, in fact, watch the anime where the main female protagonist had time-traveling underwear. For a long time, I used to think something like this was a little bit of a yard too far because, you can get pretty anime girls to do absolutely anything in a anime manga context, but racing horses, well, not racing horses, racing anime girls that just simply happen to have horse ears, it feels a bit like a yard too far, And in real life, people race horses, people race dogs. You know what? People don't race cats. You know why? Because cats don't race. They go at their own pace. The Ruby says, what up, what up? We were only just talking about you. We actually did feature a clip. Thank you very much for following. How are you doing tonight? But yeah, you can't get cats to go around on a racetrack. That's, Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Doing great. Yeah. So I'll look forward to when we're not doing the live forum thing is eventually I will be able to catch you doing your stream on Twitch at some point later. Okay. Says he's waiting for the hubbins to get ready. They're gonna go out, and yeah, they're pretty gonna have a good time. And we'll just be here betting horses, like the obviously the obvious loner with a sketchy past, as well as at least as much as a cartoon cat on the internet can be. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's do the intro now. Alright, so, hello, cats, kittens, felines, and felidae, humans and variant humans, and every race, class, and subclass. Welcome to another episode of Brainy the RPG Cat. Tonight, we are going to be playing Umamusume Pretty Derby. I'm going to get that right eventually. And yeah, I appear to have had the game display working for a while yet. Okay, well, I don't think the game capture is going to work. I'm just going to have to use a display capture. But anyways, we start our little adventure. I've managed to keep this preserved all the way to the tutorial, which is something that doesn't happen with a lot of games. So, let's go ahead and let's get into this story. One day at the Tokyo Racecourse. Alright, so watch our very first race is at, as I understand it, every single one of the girls in these races is based on a real-life racehorse, past or present. So, in this one, we have number 18, Super Creek, Oguri Cat, number 17, 16, Vodka, 15, Daiwa Scarlet, 14, Mayano Top Gun, 13, Gold Ship, 12, Rice Shower, 11, Majiro McQueen, Kachow, 10, Tokai Teo, 9, Special Week, 8, Silent Suzuko, 7, Grass Wonder, 6, Nice Nature, 5, Haru Urara, 4, Agnes Tachyon, 3, Matikane Fuku Kitaru, I think I got that all right, number 2, Simbali Rudolph, and finally number 1, Narita Bryan. Horse racing, the sport of kings. And as we all know, anime girl horse racing is a sport of very, 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 very weird kings. Oh, look at that. It's great to see them just sidle right up to the racing gate. Yeah, you could hear a pin drop in the audience. Okay, choosing the favorite of the race. Oops, someone just pulling in right there on the outside. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of the top half of this that's missing at the moment. I think that's permanently missing because I am forced to use the display mode. Okay, well, everybody saw that I tried to do something about that. I mean, this is the very first race video, so they actually do have to call out every single character that's in the game. Oh, look, there's the male commentator. I was about to form a search party for them. I mean, do any of them do that anime girl thing where they just kind of fall on their face and then they stand up with tears in their eyes and they go, because maybe that's not what the sport is about. Special week, the favorite to win the race. You had a feeling that she was going to. But an excellent race. My heart is aflutter. I probably should not have skipped that. Oh, no, yes I have, because now we get to see a cutscene. Isn't that special? The two of us will soon see a sky of shining stars. So does this count as dressage? It seems like it should. It sure beats the hell out of balancing on a ball or something. The goddess of victory will surely smile up above. A special tomorrow will definitely come into view. Another question I would ask is, were they required to do this right after the race? You know, it just seems like an awful lot of cardio. Maybe that's what the race is for, you know. The race determines who gets to lead the entirety of the idol song afterwards. And that's the point of the sport. The joy you crave lies just beyond the gate. Kind of a funny way to put it, you know. It's like, you know, the little aliens who love the claw machine in Toy Story. These derby girls, they feel exactly the same way about the starting gate. Or something like that. We are simultaneously loading and connecting to the internet. The day after watching the race with Tezuka. Hello again, trainer. Welcome to the Japan Umamusume Training Center Academy. I'm gonna learn how to pronounce this, by gum. This is the finest Umamusume training establishment in Japan, home to countless students who dream of the racing world. Well met. What? Oh goodness, Director Akikawa, you scared us. Wow, the person who's in charge of the entire institution is probably one of the youngest looking girls around here. Isn't that shocking? Okay, Director Akikawa, you scared us. Apologize, seeing such a promising new trainer gets me so excited. Introductions, I am Akikawa, the director of this academy. I look forward to your endeavors, newcomer. But first, please, tell us about yourself. Trainer name. Brainy. Male. Alright. Welcome, Aturena Bareni. From here on, you are part of Tracen Academy. High hopes. I expect you'll give your all together with your trainees to make their dreams come true. The goal of our academy students is to participate in the highly renowned Twinkle series. So I want you, Terena, to teach, guide, and support your trainees through and through. That's all I can hope you will work diligently to bring honor to the trainer badge you wear on your chest. Is that cat on your hat alive? I think I can see it breathing. Well then, let's see, set off for the introduction course, Trainer Bureni. Alright. First, let's meet some of the Umamusume you'll be working with. Umamusume you'll be able to train in a career playthrough are known as Trainee Umamusume. Please be aware that if you haven't added the Umamusume to your training Umamusume roster, you won't be able to train her in a career playthrough. You can meet new potential trainees by scouting them. Well then, let's try our luck in the Pretty Derby scouting. Alright. Perform the tutorial Pretty Derby Scout 5 times. The Scout and Umamusume are fixed for this tutorial. Okay. Wow. Seems like an awful lot of fanfare for just a training session. Daiwa Scarlet, Peak Blue. Alright. Wow, you met some amazing Oh, I hit the skip button too soon. Allow me to explain. Support, Scout training. Let's switch over to the relevant Scout. Alright. You obtain support cards from the Support Card Scout. A Support Scout card is used to assist your trainees in a career. By selecting a deck of support cards, you'll receive the aid of other students from Tracen Academy to help your training along. Alright, let's try our hand at scouting some support cards. Alright. Well, let's do this again. Open up the book. R. Tracen Academy. Silent Suzuka. Tokai Teo. Oguri Cap. Grass Wonder. Mejiro McQueen. These are definitely Japanese racehorse names. Tamano Cross. Mihono Bourbon. Fuji Kisake. Aoi Kuryanuin. Who doesn't look like a horse at all. She has extremely short ears that are not at all horse-like and are human-like. You scouted some trainee Umamusume and support cards. Now that we head out that way, let's begin every day with your trainee Umamusume. Okay. This is the entrance of Tracen Academy. We can also call it the home screen. From here, you can access various places within Tracen Academy. You can begin a career playthrough for any of your trainees here. Okay. Well, I guess we're starting with this brown-haired girl with the pigtails, I suppose. First, let's make preparations for your career playthrough. Let's select a scenario to play. Alright, the beginning, Ura finale. Claim victory as in an exciting career scenario. Alright. Next, choose an Umamusume to train. Since this time is just for practice, please select one of the training Umamusume you scouted just now. Alright. So... yeah. So, Daiwa Scarlet... I think, yeah. Okay, well, at least for this race, they're gonna lock us into her. Okay, now we're moving along in our career preparations. Let's head over to the Three Goddesses statue for a moment. Trainer, are you familiar with the Three Goddesses statue? Hell no. The Three Goddesses are progenitors of all Umamusume, according to legend. They are also described as deities who watch over and guide the Umamusume. Traditionally, the students of Tracing Academy come before this statue to pass on their ambition. The days spent running towards their dreams, the emotions experienced on their journeys, all this is entrusted to this statue. Future generations of runners come here to inherit this ambition, and if they are so lucky, to turn it into power. Into power. Into power. Give me the power of the statue. And so, the legacy of the runner is passed on to the next and the next. It's quite mysterious, isn't it? A decorated runner who passes on her ambition to your trainee is called a veteran Umamusume. Once a runner has completed her career, she can be registered as a veteran Umamusume and chosen as a legacy. Now then, go ahead and choose your legacy. They can pass on sparks of inspiration which grant your trainee attribute boosts and skill hints among other benefits. And don't worry, legacies can inspire new trainees as many times as you like. Alright. It would be great to actually have a choice here. I don't even know what her name is. They should tell me who that is. Let's choose a second legacy. Until you're more familiar with the process, please try using auto-select. Alright. The two selected legacy Umamusume and your trainee Umamusume have an affinity level determined by their relationship. It says that if they share a good affinity, it becomes a little more likely for something nice to happen. That might be good to remember when you're making arrangements in the future. Alright. So, supposedly, yeah, this girl with the silver hair that wears the little square hat is one of the most popular characters in the entirety of the game. Alright. Now I'll choose support cards. Each card comes with various benefits, such as the support card appearing in your playthrough and providing skills for your training. With that said, you can't choose a support card depicting the same Umamusume you selected to train. Well, that's perfectly fine, because technically I didn't even select an Umamusume, so... Alright. So, yeah, just auto-select that for now, as that, I think that's supposed to create a cheering section. When their stats are raised, is that the stats that they can use in order to support the character that you're racing also become relevant. You know, everybody is such good friends here, and everybody is supporting each other, even though they are in a constant race against each other for supremacy. This is Tracing Academy. Here, promising young Umamusume gather to train as racers, their hearts filled with dreams of glory, found in the Twinkle series. Together with their schoolmates, they spend their days training both body and mind. And yet, not all are content with the current state of the academy. Director Akikikawa, emergency! This cannot go on! What's the matter, Director? Tazuna, I, the Tracing Academy Director, love my students more than anything. Okay, somebody, just poke that cat a little bit. Just, give him a little bit of a prod with a fingertip. Something. Therefore, I cannot stand to see even a single racer's potential squandered. And that is exactly what's happening, which is why... Proposal! I shall create a completely new racing event. What? A new event? From scratch? Affirmative. Our students will now have another set of races to look forward to beyond the Twinkle series. One that includes all distances, all courses. A racing event unlike any that have come before. I shall call it the URA Finale. Prepare yourself. We are about to get very busy. Quickly, we must schedule a past meeting. The world must know of this news. Director, I am so inspired by you. But please, for the love of God, somebody check to see if that cat is alive. And thus begins the story of a new racing event, the URA Finale. Created to help all Umamusume shine. This race shall be the stage upon which you and your trainee's story unfurls. Alright. The beginning of the finale. Countless Umamusume have come to the Three Goddesses statue to carry on their dreams of legend past, or to entrust their own to those yet to come. Today, those legacies spark inspiration in yet another new runner. Woo, 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 woo. Wow, that is some good-looking inspiration. You know, anytime I would like to get a little inspiration, can I go over to my friend's house and can I clap hands with them and create big glowing orbs that then float up into my chest? Okay, bunch of stats went up. Speed, stamina, power, guts, wit, dirt aptitude, sprint aptitude, and long aptitude. Alright. Today I start training with Daiwa Scarlet in earnest. Our journey to make her the number one Umamusume begins here. Each Umamusume has different goals. This is your goal for the time being. These commands let you progress through the career. Executing a command consumes a turn. First, we train. Try to increase speed. Energy went down by 18. Appears your training regimen is going swimmingly. Ah, Director, I came to check in on things, but color me impressed. I see you've been supporting your training with panache. Who are these earnest and panache guys, and why does everybody keep bringing them up? Yes, keep up the good work and watch your training grow stronger over time. One day, as I'm rounding a corner. Oh no, look out! Crash. I'm so sorry, I was in such a large rush that I... Ah, right, sorry, I made a promise, so I'll be... A promise? Yes, I completely forgot I promised to race with my friends, so I'm rushing over there now. You'd better hurry then. Got it, and I'm sorry for crashing into you, bye. Special Week runs off again in a panic, however. Uh-oh, out of my way. Eureka, I've got an idea. This could be useful for Daiwa Scarlet's training. This contributed to Daiwa Scarlet's growth, even though it was an incident that happened to a completely different character. It looks like you had a conversation with one of the support Umamusume. Every single encounter is a precious experience. Be sure to make use of them while you're training. Incidentally, the Academy is a big place, so you also have a chance of meeting individuals who weren't included in your support card deck. Okay, next I'll explain about energy. As before, select training. Take note of the failure rate, a failure of 20% on this one. The lower your trainer's energy, the higher the failure rate. Failing a training can lead to drops in attributes and mood. Alright, so now let's go back. Alright. Give your trainee some rest to recover them. Oh, trainer, did you get some relaxation time in on your break? I'm completely refreshed, obviously. Every model student knows how to switch gears between work and play. Just wait until you see how well I trained today. We're finally ready to give racing a try. Before participating in a race, be sure to always check your skill. Take this, allow me to grant you some skill points for this special occasion. Skill points can be required at different times during your playthrough. So 198 skill points. Select skills. Next, select a skill to learn. Use the skill points you obtained earlier. Preferred position slightly decreases your fatigue mid-race. Alright. Skills are of importance to win races. Using of the skill menu does not expend a turn, so be sure to learn as many as you can. Hoarding your skill points is a tragic waste of potential. Of course, you could select skills that best match your training's abilities and the races she plans to run in. Okay. And now, without further ado, here's our first race. This races you're able to participate in are shown on this list. Enter the race, and race. It's time for Daiwa Scarlet's debut race. At last, I'm going to enter the Twinkle series. I cannot wait. Let's go. My legs are itching to run. Go get that #1 spot, you hear? You don't need to remind me. I have the most spectacular debut there ever was. Everyone will wish they could copy me. This place is called the Paddock. Runners appear here before their race to excite their adoring fans. There are various things you can confirm here at the Paddock before the race. I'll leave the detailed explanations to you, Tezume. You can count on me. In the Paddock, you can check the stats and popularity of the other runners. Predictions, top right. Okay, so change a runner strategy. So, okay. So let me take a look. So starting out here, speed is an F, 100. Stamina is a G, 82. Power is a 94. Guts is a 115. Wit is a 95. Turf, medium, pace are all in A. So these are obviously starting energy stats. That's what's going on with that. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Bum 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 bum.
名勝負になる舞台は整いましたね。人気と実力を兼ね備えた7番、今日は3番人気です。
Trumpet Rhythm, Apple Cider, Daiwa Scarlet, Uzar Gal.
気合十分いい顔してますね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタート。各ウマ娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは5番ダイワスターレット、8番期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気ダイワスターレット。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。さあ花に立ってるのは8番。このままリードすることができるか。先頭から大きく離せ。
Ooh, somebody is pulling up pretty far ahead. And everybody else is dressed in far more generic clothing than me.
2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのはダイワスターレット。外を回ります。5番1馬身離れて4番この辺りまでで先頭集団を形成しています。先頭は依然8番3馬身リード続きました。ダイワスターレット、さらに5番4番手には4番向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ12馬身。依然先頭は8番続いてダイワスターレット、外を回って5番4番手に4番大きく離れて9番内の方から2番、そしてその外を回って7番、そしてその内を回って1番、そしてその後方には6番。意気揚々と先頭を行きます。8番どうでしょうこの展開。
Okay, preferred position perk has gone off.
第3コーナーの淀の坂を下る。依然として8番1番
Just paying a little bit close of a close look at this because I'm trying to see specifically how different stats affect a Umamusume in a race. Okay, well, getting really close to the end here. It's getting really exciting. Okay, there's your special ability. Just pulling through really close to the end there. She did a really good job for her debut, just as she promised that she would. Good pony. Good pony. Congratulations on getting first place. Make sure you praise your training for all our hard work. Usually a winning concert is held after a race, but since you're in the middle of practice, we'll skip that. Are you tired? You look tired. I would be tired if I were actually the one doing that racing. Great work out there. This is hardly enough to satisfy me. I need more if I'm going to become #1. Alright. All goals achieved. Splendid! You reached your goal. Well done. Bravo. The goals that you're after will differ depending on the Umamusume. Please help your trainers reach their goals during their careers. Congratulations on making it through a career. Don't forget to reuse your remaining skill points. And this concludes the career. Although it's short this time, a career is usually 3 years long. Please treasure the time you spend together with your trainers. Alright. Well, bringing a career to an abrupt halt so that we can actually set our sights onto training the horse girls that we choose to. A trainee who has completed a career will be evaluated based on set criteria and then registered as a veteran. Good luck. Try for the next rank. A trainee who has completed her career can obtain sparks. If you select her as a legacy Umamusume, You will be able to use her as an inspiration for another runner and pass on her sparks. Alright. F rank? Well, what did I even do wrong? Why F rank? Good work. That'll be all for the introductory course. If something is unclear, if you have any concerns, please click the information button. Now then, trainer, from here on you'll be working hand in hand with the Umamusume through training and everyday life here in the academy. Take on the Twinkle series and make your trainees' dreams come true. I'm very much looking forward to what you'll achieve together. They're already going to give us another stage show, but you know what? I'm more than happy for that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There is a grand total of 1 Goth Lolita. I wonder if I can get them in my first trainee draw. I guess these are the kind of things that you hope for. Parfait. I want a parfait. I'm the trainer here. Doesn't a trainer get to have his own parfait? I wanted to date an Umamusume, but unfortunately I just caught her running around with a bunch of girls. Cool. You know, everybody knows Brady loves himself a good anime intro. Okay, enhancement buttons. Here you can manage your veteran, the player racers you completed a career playthrough. You can also strengthen training Umamusume with your support cards. Strengthening your trainee will set you up to gain better results in career playthroughs. Materials used for strengthening are mainly acquired by racing. Okay. I still don't have freedom to press my own buttons yet. That's the plight of your standard mobile originating video game. Alright. Retention raids. Create your own team and race to the highest class. Race your high score to get promoted to the next class. Bring up to 15 Umamusume to compete in 5 different races. Raise the support card's level to get support bonuses. In team trials, you race against teams of runners carefully assembled by other trainers. Alright, let's try making a team with some veterans. Alright. Well, as I don't really even have veterans, I've only raced one horse girl so far. Every Umamusume excels in particular distances and tracks. The trick is to form teams based on the aptitudes of your racer. Also notice that as you go, adding more highly skilled Umamusume to your team will raise your team rank. Let's continue training strong runners to raise your team rank higher and higher. It's a great way to show your ability. Alright. Strategy, pace chasing. Stay close to the pace, chasing the leaders. Well, I still only get the option of doing that one. Are you all done swapping team members? Well, yeah, because I'm only allowed to choose one so far. Once I actually take the training wheels off of this, I'm going to be playing a very amusing video game. There are plans to hold more races from here on, so be sure to participate as much as you can. After completing a career playthrough, compete in races, use the rewards you gain through racing to power up your trainee, Umamusume, and support cards. Be sure to remember that career playthroughs and racing are integral to making your trainee stronger. All right. Well, okay, back to the salt mines, or because we're horse racing, these would actually be the salt lick mines. The salt lick mines. That's probably the dad joke of the episode right there. All right. Yay, login bonus. You know, as soon as I figure out how to use the in-game currency, I'm sure I'm going to use it most effectively. You see, we give them carrots, but they are also gems, so they spell it karat, which is the way that it is denote the value of a specific precious rock, like gold. Alright. I've unlocked a new main story episode. Okay, yeah. So, that's another thing that we can do here. It looks like I've been relatively unlocked at this point. I should take a look at let me see. Let's say that. Let me get this. Yeah, so that so turn this windowed so that the resolution will look a little bit better. So here we have a few choices here. We have the choice of going in the career mode, or we have a choice of starting to play the story mode. I'm gonna start with career, at least at first. Alright. So we finally get to see what the veterans class looks like at this point. Okay, Daiwa Scarlet is who we started out with. But then we also have Vodka, Wild Top Gear. Gold Ship, like I said, a vastly popular character in this game for some reason. Sakura Bakushin, and Haru Urara. At least for one more race, I'm gonna still stick with Daiwa Scarlet. Alright. So we do want the really popular characters in our cheering team. Alright. So auto-select my deck again. Start career mode. Spend 30 of our TP to begin training. We have 100, which means we would go down 30 if we paid for it. Alright. This is Tracing Academy. Here, I think we've already seen this one, yeah. Okay. Would you like to shorten certain events? Don't use quick mode, shorten all events, only shorten scenario events, only shorten trainee events. Let's do that. Alright. The legacies live on. You know, I know how this will help speed up gameplay a little bit, but then I'm also worried about how well it is actually going to look when I am playing. So, who knows? Today I start training with Daiwa Scarlet in earnest. Our journey to make her number 1 begins here. Skill points went up by 120. Okay, well, when I arrive at work, Tatsuna Hayakawa, the director's secretary, approaches me, like she's been doing at an almost constant rate since I started playing this game. Feels bad, man. Okay, good morning, trainer. It's finally time to start working with your trainee, isn't it? Together, you're strengthening your body and minds as you forge an inseparable bond. I'm certain you'll have the most fruitful time together. If you're able to achieve consistent results, you may even earn a G1 title, the very pinnacle of racing. I'll do my best. I'm sure you will. Keep in mind that a runner's first 3 years in the Twinkle series are the most crucial. If your training hasn't achieved a satisfactory record 3 years after her debut, I'm afraid her contract with you may be cancelled. That makes 3 years a critical period for her. Please work together and find a way to make it through. Okay, so we have a limited time in order to make our Umamusume the most successful she can possibly be. First things first, you should probably start training for the upcoming make debut. Well then, off you go. Okay. So, let's get started. So, I'm pretty sure that we're starting from 0 again, so we'll start with the speed training. Alright. One day while relaxing in my room, I receive an email from Tracing Academy. What's this about? Attention all trainers, I'll soon make an announcement with significant implications for your future. Be sure not to miss it, from Director Akikawa. Greetings, member of the press. Thank you all for coming. Listen well. I've gathered you here today for an important announcement. Oh wait, I just realized that the cat on my head is dead. Ah, Director. You have to stand on the box or they won't be able to see you. Ah, right you are. Apologies. Alright, this seems okay. Okay, then from the top. Listen, I, the Director of Tracing Academy, hereby announce the establishment of a new race, the URA Finale. The URA Finale, they're creating an entirely new race? Director Akikawa, I'm Otonashi at Twinkle Monthly. Can I ask you a question? Permissible. What is it, Miss Otonashi? Thank you. Now then, can you give us some insight into the thought process behind this decision? Excellent question. I'm glad you asked. In short, the URA Finale is an event that allows every Umamusume to seek a chance at glory. It'll be an event where any and all Umamusume can compete. Respect, honor, recognition. It'll all be theirs for the taking. A chance at glory for all Umamusume. Chatter, chatter. Ah, now this is getting interesting. The sudden announcement of the URA Finale rocks the racing world. Immediately afterwards, an information session is held for everyone at Tracing Academy. By the time I make it to the gymnasium, it's already buzzing with trainers and Umamusume. The URA Finale, huh? Can they really just make up a whole new race like that? I wonder. I know the director's a big deal, but she's still a child at the end of the day. Oh my god. Well, nobody seems to respect the itty-bitty chairman of the entire university. The old director ran the academy like clockwork, but that doesn't mean her daughter knows what she's... Excuse me for interrupting. There'll be time for questions after the director's address. If you have any concerns, you may bring them up then. Miss Tazuna, excuse us, we didn't mean to be rude. Judging by the mood in the room, there's still a lot of confusion and uncertainty. The atmosphere persists as Director Akikawa's URL Finale briefing session finally begins. Welcome! I'm sure that many of you must have been taken aback by this sudden announcement. I heard a meow. I think that the cat on her head is actually still kicking a little bit. However, I ask you as you hear me out as I explain the significance of the URA Finale. Significance? What does she mean? The crowd glances at one another and a hum of whispers fills the hall. With perfect timing, Director Akikawa resumes her address. My beloved students and trainers, tell me, have you ever known regret? I want to win the Arima Kimen. I want to conquer the Derby. I want to be the strongest Umamusume. Have you ever had dreams that you couldn't realize because the distance or the track surface just wasn't right for you? Have you ever ground your teeth in chagrin as you thought, I'm better than this? Trainers, have you not had similar regrets? Ha. I scoff. Heed me, I aim to create a world where all Umamusume who inspire can race can shine. And Umamusume runners shine the brightest when their wills clash. As they battle it out for the top spot, the heat of battle shall forge and polish our racers until their brilliance is blinding. Blinding, I say. In summary, I wish to prepare a race that will serve as a stage for all Umamusume to show their full potential. Director. Currently, each G1 race has a designated distance and track type, limiting the runners who can join that particular race. However, behold, the URA Finale will feature all distances and tracks. All distances? All tracks? No, sir, I don't like it. Just in the Rimakimen and the Takarazuka Kinen, participating racers will be selected by fan vote. Ergo, only Umamusume have won many fans through their performance in the Twinkle series. The star Umamusume may take part. Racers, will you take this chance to show your true strength? Will you aim for the top and seize the title of finale champion? Trainers, I ask of you, will you take this chance to push your trainees to their limits? Will you see your trainee crowned the first ever winner of the URA finale? 3 years from now, in the new year, you will have your chance. Come and gather your fans and become superstars. Encouragement, excitement, I look forward to your success. You know, just because you shout encouragement doesn't actually create encouragement. Just let you know, that's just a little bit of a pro tip from your old buddy Brainy there, director. The atmosphere in the gymnasium shifts completely as the dust previously held by the audience melt away and are replaced with raucous applause. And with that, the birth of a new year-end race, the URA finale, is announced. Alright, let's get back to training. Let's start working on some of your other stats. Do a little bit of stamina training, which is apparently done in the pool. Alright. I've come to the training track. Phew! Tokai Teo. Alright, I feel great. The next race will spell a mighty victory for Teo, to be sure. Oh, it's not even race yet day, but you already feel victorious. Curious. Oh, Press, you know it. I won't settle for anything less than total domination. After all, my dream is to become the #1 Umamusume that everyone cheers for. Which means there's no way I can afford to lose now. A courageous venture. Your warrior spirit is a powerful weapon. I'm sure you'll do splendidly. Glad to have your seal of approval. Be that as it may, I do not forget about the concert. It is important to show your gratitude to your fans. And alright, the concert. I totally forgot about that. I'll be doing my famous Teo step center stage. You better be in the audience. No one will be able to keep their eyes off me. Dancing in my signature waistwear. I can't wait. So I gotta keep practicing. See you later, Prez. I didn't get a chance to tell her not to get ahead of herself and slack off on her lessons. Goodness, she won't stay calm for even a second. Simboli Rudolph seems both flustered yet impressed by Tokai Teo's impulsiveness. Eureka, I've got an idea. This could be useful for Daikawa Scarlet's training. Alright. So, yay, special event. Made some stats go up. Let's get that power training in. Alright. Wow, this was a hell of a skip, wasn't it? Okay, let's get the last of this done. I'm sure this is all very fascinating, etc., but I just want to get the last bit of this done. And then get through to the first race. Because a lot of that is just stats that you get passively whenever you are just in this vicinity. I guess they're training for dancing now. Alright. Well, I mean, that's good for a day. Let's go ahead and recover energy now. Go on a fun outing. Should we try to sprint home? Yep, she is happy because I made her run before things got a little bit too wet and rainy. Okay. Couldn't hurt to put in a little bit more speed training. Got all her energy back just in time for race day. I'm assuming that that was actually the best way in order to handle that. All right, time to run the race. All right. Mood is great. Pace is good. Let me see. Stay close to the pace, chasing leaders from behind before eventually passing them. Immediately go to the front and lead the pack all the way to the finish. Hang back towards the middle of the pack before surging ahead late in the race. Or conserve stamina at the very back before closing the cap. So that basically chooses what your positioning is going to be. There's no reason to try to go away from the default at the moment. Alright. So let's make sure that we keep that in landscape mode so that people can see the races a little bit better. This looks a lot better than those first couple of races that I did in the tutorial. Everybody else is in their gym clothes except for me because I've got to be extra and continue to wear my dress clothes. 2番人気を紹介しましょう。4番スタンドに押しかけたファンの期待を一身に背負って1番人気ダイワスカーレット。私が一番期待している馬娘、気合い入れてほしいですね。ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタート。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。先行争いは5番ダイワスカーレット、8番期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気ダイワスカーレット。Okay, yeah, you're relatively close to the front now at this start. Oh, but that first place winner is way out ahead right now. 5番早くも先頭に躍り出た。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は8番、さらにダイワスカーレット。4番手に6番、差がなく1番、7番追走、1馬審査3番、その外並んで4番、少し離れて9番、5番先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。かかってしまっているかもしれません。一息つけるといいですが、向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ9馬身。順位を振り返っていきます。依然として5番、続いて8番、さらにはダイワスカーレット。4番手には7番、それを見るように6番、少し後ろから1番、外から3番、そしてその外から行ったのは4番、内から9番。意気揚々と先頭へ行きます。5番、どうでしょうこの展開。かかってしまっているかもしれません。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが、各馬娘一段となって団子状態の大混戦。前に抜け出すのは容易じゃなさそうです。まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。互いに足を溜めている展開。果たして抜け出すのは誰だ。まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。平行まで400、最終コーナーを曲がって最初に。Okay, let's see that final boost. 2番手争いはダイワスカーレット。7番、6番追走、ダイワスカーレット。追いすがる5番、足色を衰え。Oh, that was a little bit too late. Yeah, she ended up in second. 3着に入ったのは7番。Okay. Yeah, she's not completely happy about that. Victory seemed to be just in reach. The world of competition is unforgiving, but this is just the beginning. Alright. We don't have to watch the concert after every single match, but we'll do it just this once. I think at least for the time being, they are going to be like the same concerts until we unlock new ones. Yeah, whatever their win position is also affects what position they're going to be in the concert after a race. Hello, Queen Vampiress. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream. How are you doing tonight? You definitely didn't catch me doing anything strange with anything involving adorable anime girls. Yeah, funny. And I came in second in the last race, so the girl with the light brown hair and the pigtails is the character that I'm training right now. Just so you know that. You know, the one who is clearly in the much more ornate dress than everybody else. You know, I suppose I should be getting a little bit more familiar, but I don't know. Something is telling me that I should not get too attached. Alright. Okay, 16 turns to potentially end my career. Well, I mean, because my career is eventually going to end. It's not that I want my career to end right away. Alright, let's get to training. We have a little less than we did last time, and I think that's just as a result of immediately running the race afterwards. You know, okay, a little bit more. So that is some world-class running training right there. Why don't you go and treat yourself to something tasty? Just choices that you have to make for your Umamusume support group, so that they will like you and then therefore translate that into fandom for the character that you're racing against. At least that's how I've got things figured out so far. A little bit of power running, and then we rest. Okay, good rest. Maybe a little bit of internal fortitude training. Then we'll make her a little bit more smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. She got a little bit of rest there, so I'm going to run her some more. And then I'm going to give her some more strength. Okay, now she's starting to slow down again. Rest her for the rest of the day. She's not doing too good today, so we're going to give her the day off. You know, now that I think about it, coming back this late probably isn't a good look for a model student. Just think of it as part of training. Alright. A little bit more speed. Get you up to where you're supposed to be just before the big race. You need to come up with a strategy. Alright. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and give you a little bit more smarts training. Alright. To compete in our upcoming goal race, your trainee must be promoted from maiden by winning another race. Okay. Well, the race most suitable for your trainee will be recommended. The first one is ideal. Well, okay. We don't have a lot of energy going into this race. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I always got to think about my pace and how the pace is going to affect how well that they run once they eventually get to racing day. That's part of the overall strategy here. Still in a good mood. That's good to know. Say, taking a look at, every other race. In position number... Oh, actually, she's not in this race. I was looking to see if my race rival was in here, but I don't actually think so. Alright, so... Yeah. Support cards. Good friends with Tokai Teo. Okay, well. I think I'm obviously delaying the inevitable here. Let's go ahead and let's do this next race. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit better in this one. Again, versus Beating Pulse, Ribbon Rondo.
2番人気を紹介しましょう。7番威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。本日の1番人気ライバスターレット。
Come on, Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Horse Girl Tiger.
さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。ライバスターレットと6番この2人が競り合っているぞ。1番人気ライバスターレット早くも先頭。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは6番外8番2馬身3馬身開いて2番5番手9番少し
Okay, really close to the front right out of the gate. I wanted her to stay in third for most of the pace, but I guess maybe we have an issue where a lot of the other horses are still just kind of are slower at default. It's a good thing that I hit that speed button so many additional times.
順位を振り返っていきます。先頭は変わらずライバスターレット続きました。6番向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ10馬身。依然先頭はライバスターレット続いて6番そしてその後ろから行くのは8番1馬身差2番差がなく3番2馬身差1番外には7番5番並んでくる内をついて9番ライバスターレット先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが
先頭は相変わらずライバスターレットその後3、4馬身開いて6番まもなく第4コーナーカーブ
ここからスパート一気にレースが動きます。
まだ差があるここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのかこの直線で勝負
Oh wow, she's holding the first place for a very long time. Well, I hope nobody's going to try to make a mad dash, but I think she's got a lock on this one. Yay, she won. She's got to be in a better mood about that. Well, maybe this is really just because this is the only character that I've ever ventured to train, but, I'm really starting to like her. She does have a sense of really strong competitive spirit. Well, I'm probably not usually going to let the concert run, but at least in this case I'm going to. Because now I get to see her in the star spot instead of second place. So, we continue the debate, at least in my stream, whether or not a horse girl idol show actually counts as dressage. I'm sure a great majority of people really just like this game because of the music. Our dreams just lie ahead. Alright. Make debut, I got a new song. I've actually earned that, you know, as opposed to coming into second the last time. Well, we got the level up that we needed so that we can go on to more powerful races here. Training is going to be even more complicated from this point forward. You did it, Scarlet. You're number one. Alright. Okay, I think... Okay, she is pretty low energy at this point, so I think we're going to need to make the difficult... We're gonna have to do the difficult task of having her skip this race so that she can train well for the next one. Alright. Turns into... your training needs to win more fans by running in other races. Okay. Well, we'll rest for the day first because we just want more energy. Alright. Uh-oh. Make sure you fail to... you will need to reach a certain amount of fans to complete in your goal race. Make sure you've earned enough fans to meet the criteria. Okay, well. I did need to race that additional race. That was a mistake I made. Okay, finish the career playthrough. Well, you know, probably not the smartest thing to do, but this is my first time playing, so... Get to keep my permanent stats, all the level ups on my stat cards. Follow the trainer who lent you support. Yeah, why not? Now it's time to review your team formation. Consider adding your newly trained Umamusume. Alright. Well, she's already there. She's in the center spot right there. Alright. Alright. Do I want to take that and then turn this into a team race? Select your opponents. I think everybody has the same 5 girls in them. Alright. I don't even really know what's going on here, but I'm still booking the race. Hey, why is she the favorite?
さあ2番人気はこの子桜爆心号実力は1番人気にも引けを取りません
私が一番期待している馬娘気合い入れてほしいですね
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いましたスタートです各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました桜爆心号落ち着かない様子
スタミナを切らさないか心配です
先行争いは桜爆心号12番3番期待通りの結果を出せるか1番人気メジロマックイーン さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのは3番2番並んできた激しい先頭争い3番手10番4番手6番少し後ろから12番11番並んでくるそのうち並んでメジロマックイーン少し離れて桜爆心号第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう
馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
この直線で勝負が決まるぞ桜爆心号前を狙っているぞメジロマックイーンまだ抑えたままだメジロマックイーンうちで様子を伺うさあ誰が最初に仕掛けるのか残り400
There are absolutely no stakes here. Well, at least not for me, anyway.
だが後続も追いすがる上がってまいりましたメジロマックイーンまくって上がってくるメジロマックイーン200を通過2番苦しいけど粘っている依然先頭は2番メジロマックイーン並びかけてきたメジロマックイーン抜け出した先頭は変わらずメジロマックイーン
Oh, yeah, but you know, the favorite to win the race actually ended up winning the race. Don't get to be more than 5th place in that one. Say, I gotta do a lot more winning in career mode in order to make that one happen for me. Okay, let's move out of team trials again.
レースにエントリーするのか
What should I do next? I'm not seeing career again. Yeah, that just puts me back in team trials. Yeah, all of this seems to be locked right here. Story mode. So then we have one long story mode, then we have specific Umamusume stories to go through. I'm gonna go through Daiwa Scarlet. This just seems to be the Daiwa Scarlet episode tonight. Might as well do it that way. Come to think of it, you've always been something of a weirdo from the beginning. I can't ever forget that. Okay, well. Episode 1, I don't want to lose you. Today, the Academy's tryout races are being held. Whether or not a student can perform well enough to get scouted can significantly affect their future. Looking around, I spy heaps of other trainers milling about, from newbies to veterans alike. Seems like everyone's got their eyes on those two today. I'll try my best out there today. So that's Daiwa Scarlet. She's definitely got potential, I see that. She's kept a dominant lead after the third turn in yesterday's scrimmage, meaning it's going to be a tough fight to become her trainer. And then there's her competition. Sup? I see Vaka's doing a better job of keeping her nerves in check. Now the question is, who will prevail? As if we're even on the same level. Yo, I heard that. Just don't come crying to me later, alright? Oh, and just who do you think you're talking to? I'm the #1 racer, Daiwa Scarlet. Sparks are already flying between these two promising rookies. Looks like this will be a race to remember. Bang. And they're off. The racers are out of the gate. And leading the pack, it's Daiwa Scarlet. She's taken an early lead with her impressive speed. But is she going to be able to keep up that pace? Even for her, this might be a little... Nah, if there's one thing you can count on, it's that Daiwa Scarlet's got tons of fuel in the tank. Look again. The others are speeding up trying to match her, but they won't be able to keep up that pace for long. All according to plan. Daiwa Scarlet has held the lead since the start of the race, but coming into the final stretch, a challenger appears. And it's Vodka. Damn, I'm not just going to roll over and let you win. Vodka running the final turn. Vodka giving chase. Daiwa Scarlet is right in front of her. Really giving it their all. Vodka speed, an astounding comeback. Vodka and Daiwa Scarlet are neck and neck. No, I won't let her, because that #1 spot is mine. Daiwa Scarlet, Vodka, the finish line is there. Your winner is Vodka. Well, looks like I'm the winner today, Scarlet. Hey, wait. Hell, thought she'd be a bit cooler than that. And so the tryouts end with Vodka as a victor later that evening. No, this isn't enough. More. I need more stamina. Not like that. Never again. You're... Ah, who's there? Wait, a trainer? I saw you at the tryouts earlier. My apologize. I'm currently training, so can I ask you to leave? I'm a little busy beating my good-for-nothing self into shape. Isn't finishing second pretty amazing already? Second best won't cut it. I have to be number one. Sorry. At any rate, I'll be leaving now. Excuse me. Iowa Scarlet, to her, nothing's more important than being number one. And for some reason, I can't get her out of my mind. Making an indication as to some form of, romantic interest, which I may or may not personally want to imply, even though I'm reading all this. Anyways, a few days have gone by since the tryout, and I can't help but worry about Iowa Scarlet. If I could just talk to her one more time. I head out to look for her, but by the time I find her, she's already surrounded by plenty of other trainers. The way the tryouts ended was certainly regrettable, but you two have what it takes to win a G1. You two. I got a plan all laid out. Instead of flying out the gate, you can save your energy for the end. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do in career mode. That way, just like vodka, you can... Just like, is that right? Sorry, but are we finished here? Excuse me. Iowa Scarlet promptly leaves the scene, sporting a rather intimidating smile. I heard she was an exemplary honor student, but isn't she quite temperamental? That attitude is a pass for me. She might have the talent, but even only that goes so far. For now, I need to go after Iowa Scarlet. What's all the commotion about? Ah, you don't need to stick to me all day. I told you, give me some time to think. You say that, but you keep on running away. Vodka, come join my team. I've already made arrangements for you to go overseas. I get it, I really do, so leave me alone for a bit, would you? Hey, wait up, Vodka. I'm not giving up. I will make you the #1 racer. Number 1. Finally found you, Iowa Scarlet. Air Groove. Well, here is the third ancillary friend character. Air Groove. Did you need something from me? A warning. I've come to warn you in my capacity as Vice President, Iowa Scarlet. Recently, you've been sneaking out of the dorm every night, haven't you? About that. Breaking curfew to go out at night without applying for permission beforehand is inexcusable. An honor student like you should know that by heart, Iowa Scarlet. Yes, ma'am. Please accept my sincerest apologies. Good grief. You were out running, weren't you? A considerable amount every night, too. How did you know that? I can easily tell by your expression and gait. I'm sure you know this, but you're overworking yourself. You should stop before you injure yourself or something worse happens. We would hate for you to break a leg and then unfortunately have to euthanize you right in the middle of the track for everyone to see. But I came in second, even though I was aiming to be #1. Even though I had to be #1. I remember experiences at the moment when their knees hit the turf. Words of wisdom from my mother. What's important is how you stand up and recover. Failure is not something to be feared. But this has never happened before. I was always #1. I put my all into making sure that I would stay the same. Air Groove, I'm being ridiculous, aren't I? It's laughable, isn't it? Just because I was a little faster than the competition back home, I acted like I was #1, like I was something. Not to mention this whole honor student bit. But you know, when I finally got to Tracing Academy, I easily lost to opponents like Vodka, opponents who are the real deal. In reality, becoming #1, I'm just not cut out. Scarlet. Silence. Don't you dare finish that sentence. You won't be able to take those words back. Sorry, and what should I do? I don't know what to do. Iowa Scarlet continues muttering to herself again and again, clearly frustrated. If only there was something I could do for her. Well, yeah, like get back into career mode. That would be nice. Okay. Alright, episode 3 already. Like I said, we're sticking with the one horse for this one episode, just so things remain relatively consistent. For a while after the tryouts, Iowa Scarlet was constantly approached by trainers attempting to scout her. But now... What, is no one going to talk to Scarlet? I've set my sights on Vodka. No matter how much potential Scarlet has, her personality is going to make things difficult. Well, you have a point there. I guess I'll try speaking to Vodka too. Now that's more like it. The annoying crowd's gone, so I can finally focus on my training. At least that's what I'd like to say. Hey, what are you still doing here? I want to talk with you. Could it be that you still think I'm a perfect honor student who will listen to whatever you say? Since you're still here, I'll let you in on a secret. It was all an act. This is the real me, and like those guys from earlier said, I'm stubborn, selfish, and short-tempered. Well, are your dreams crushed yet? Good, then scurry along. Shoo, I'm not going anywhere. What? Are you even listening to me? I'm saying I'm not the good girl you think I am. Get into that thick head of yours already. Grayson Academy is packed with fast runners, and me, I'm the one who decided to put on airs, get cocky, and then lose pathetically. You're not pathetic at all. What do you know? I don't need your pity. Because I get it. All I do is mouth off about being the number one this and the number one that, but it's all talk. It's not real. I lost to vodka once, and here I am wallowing in self-pity and going on reckless training runs. Even I know that I'm being unreasonable. But what else can I do? If I'm not number one, then how can I even face myself? I have to be number one in speed, number one in strength, number one in popularity and fans, and I won't settle for anything else. I won't be satisfied unless I'm all of those things. That's the kind of person I am, take it or leave it. To stay true to myself, I have to keep on being number one. That's why I'm here, to support you. Wait, hold up. You're saying that even after listening to my rant? Are you really that clueless? Take a hint, pal. I'm a stubborn girl who's obsessed with being number one. Then let's become number one together. What's your problem? Why are you still trying to scout me? I say this now, but I'm not going to just nod my head and listen to everything you say, you know. And if I don't like your training menu, I won't stop bugging you about it. Are you willing to deal with all of that? We can discuss all that until we agree. What the heck is up with you? Saying you want to support me, that we'll do this together? Were you serious about all that? I'll be your number one trainer. Could you not steal my catchphrase like that? Looks like I've been scouted by a real weirdo. Iowa Scarlet bursts into tears as if she's been freed from the heavy burdens weighing her down. A little while later. I wonder how long it's been since I've cried in front of someone else. Not really in the mood to run anymore. I guess I should head back. Honestly, I've been feeling sluggish recently, so I think I'll tuck in early for once. As Daiwa Scarlet walks by, I know she's lost the spirit she once had. Looks like the second place finish at the tryouts really did a number on her. Still brainstorming ways to get her confidence back, I decide to pay the cafeteria a visit. Yahoo, Vodka! Oh, it's just Teo. What do you mean just? Are you okay, Vodka? You've got this bored look on your face lately. Not really, you're just imagining things. It's just recently she's always walking around with that dumb look on her face. Oh, you mean Scarlet? She's your roommate and rival after all. Of course you would worry. We're not like that. But you're right, she's been pretty down in the dumps. I wonder if losing to you as a tryouts was a big shock to her. You know, I didn't think she was the type to give up this easily. Vodka? Forget it. Whatever, one last rival for me to worry about. Catch you later. Hey, Vodka, wait up a second. I think I might have the perfect solution to all of this. Wow. Should we actually go through the entire story? Why not? Daiwa and Umamusume with intense fixation on being number one. That's why her second place finish at tryouts came as a shock, planting seeds of doubt within her. If that's the case, you want me to have a rematch with Vodka so I can get my revenge for the tryouts? What's the point in that? Let's take back your spot as number one. You serious? I'm on board, but it won't be easy. You do have a plan, I hope. Maybe you want me to save my energy for the end instead of running up front? Sorry, but some makeshift plan like that won't be enough against her. I want you to run 1 furlong farther in front than usual. Huh? Some trainer, have you ever heard of stamina management? Anyone rushing to the front like that is guaranteed to burn out. You're not just anyone, though. You're number one. Fine. Well, do it your way. I just have to do it, don't I? Well, don't just stand there. There's training to be done. You did prepare a training menu to build up my stamina, right? I'm warning you, your regiment better be up to par, or you'll regret it. And so Scarlet and I spend the next few days completely absorbed in building up her stamina. Before long, the day of the race is upon us. It is an egg groove. Yoo-hoo. Takai Teo, the pesky little girl in everybody's horse racing class. So you've come to race. I heard of a one-on-one between Scarlet and Vodka. I just knew I had to see it. Looks like they're going to start. Feeling nervous? Yeah, and what of it? Actually. Scarlet, you ready yet? I am. Well, I'm off. You better keep your eyes glued to me, trainer. It's finally time. The rematch against Vodka begins. Scarlet's in front. She's going with the same energy as last time. But didn't this also happen at tryouts? If this keeps up, won't Vodka pass her in the final stretch again? No, wait. It appears the things aren't the same as they once were. Wait, she's going for her last spurt this early? She barely made it across the finish line last time. And you're telling me she's going to keep this up until the end? You're right. It's a reckless maneuver. However, back then I couldn't become number one. My bluff was called, my pride torn to pieces. I drowned in self-pity, knowing how pathetic I was. Even now I'm still suffering. My body's hot, my throat hurts, I can't feel my legs. Still. Why can't I catch up to her? I want to win. I need to win. Nobody's gonna be number one except for me. I know that maybe I'm just being way too stubborn, but that's fine. Right now, let me show you how pig-headed I can really be. Scarlet. Don't think it's gonna be that easy. Diva Scarlet rings out the last of her energy as Vodka closes it in. The winner is... Bravo, Diva Scarlet. I won. Damn it, I actually lost. Vodka. Hey, don't go thinking things are over. Got it? Next time I'm settling the score. I won't lose, honor student. I like your attitude. I'll be waiting. The number one spot will always belong to me. Isn't that right, trainer? It looks like my days of aiming to be number one with Diva Scarlet have only begun. Alright. More carrots. Let's leave it at that for now. I would like to see if I can get back into career mode. Homepage right here. There we are. Career mode. Alright. So now that we can have established that this character is rivals with her, it's probably good to just have her on the Legacy team at this point. Alright, so let's get back into a little bit of that good old career mode training. See if we can actually take her the rest of the way through the training mode this time. Not stopping too much to do additional training, but actually racing her as much as we possibly can. You know, just to undo the race that we were doing last time. Alright. Okay. I don't know why they turn out to skip for just that just one section right there. Alright, well anyways. Say more running. Let's get all her stats up to the hopefully to the way that I had them just before I ended up losing my campaign last time. Let's do the wit training next. Just because it's what I will have some extra time for. She should do her best to stick to her diet. Alright. And then let's rest here. More speed. More speed! We got to have more speed, Captain! Alright. So what is this about Suzuka that I can emulate? Her reserved nature? Why not, you know? Nothing is more attractive than modesty in my book. Alright. Let's get some strength going. Oh, she was not doing anymore. She wasn't doing well in that one. So she's not feeling as good because her practice did not go as planned. Okay. Yeah, make sure she gets her rest now. Now it's race day. Well, one or two things happened that was a little bit different, so we'll have to see how well that actually shakes out in the field. She says she is in a bad mood. That's not a good thing. And just anything that actually might be a failure in her training is actually going to lower her mood. And that's not a good thing. Oh, it's actually raining today. Okay, some people are going way out in the front there. Although we do tell her to hang back, you know, there is just kind of a significant gain from them at the very beginning of the race. Oh, she's pretty far behind at this point. No, that is still an enormous amount of distance. Yeah, it's not going to happen for her this time. First attempt at the career, great. This attempt at the career, not so much. Let's see if we can get her into that second place spot. Oh no, some other people are breaking out in front really fast. That's no good. Okay, well,
ギリギリ入着だなんて
yeah, she can't at all be happy about that. Your training ran out on endurance and lost a lot of speed. More stamina would help with that. Alright. So, here's your very first attempt at making a debut. Guess that rumor may be true. What rumor? They say there's a ghost that shows up in the track at night, but I'm not scared. Obviously, I don't believe in ghosts. Still been doing some solo training at night. I've been feeling out of it, so it's been on my mind. It looks like it really did get to her. Seems a bit out under the weather. Okay, well, she doesn't feel very good. So you know what? I'm gonna tell her to just go ahead and take the day off. Give her some time in order to actually improve her mood. She says she wants to visit a shrine, so I go with her. As soon as we revive, she starts to pray very seriously. What did you pray for? I've been feeling sluggish. I've tried all sorts of things, but nothing seems to work. People say that this place is supposed to have healing properties, so I figured it couldn't hurt. Then I'll pray for you too. How considerate of you. You sure look serious about this. I guess you're my trainer and all. Is it working yet? Stop fooling away. There's no way it'll work that fast, but I guess I do feel a bit better. Maybe. Probably just a placebo, but I'll go for a quick jog and see how I feel. Let's get back. I'll want to, Okay, well. Recovered from a practice pour. Alright.
弱音を吐いてる時間はないわ行くわよお疲れ様です
Trainer Brainy, are you heading home now? Yeah.
なるほど
I see. I saw Meek off and I was thinking about heading back to the trainer dorms myself, so it's alright with you. Why don't we go back together? Unless you think that's a little too chummy. We are co-workers after all. No, not at all. Glad to hear it.
行きましょう
Alright, shall we? We talk about various things on the way to the dorms. This gives me a good idea about how to train Daiwa Scarlet. Okay. Well, mood is improving. Alright.
頂点を目指してるんだもの誰より高く
Okay, let's get that stamina up because that was the thing that supposedly made us lose out last time.
行くわよ
You know, watch those failure rates. Once they start getting to 50%, then this becomes a coin toss. Alright. Actually,
何よ
now is where we should apply the rest. Alright. Run the way that best suits you.
柔軟もし
Alright.
行くわよ
The race should be your #1 priority.
頂点を目指してるんだもの
Alright, training is improving. Well, mood is improving too.
やってやるわ今日のメニューは何見てなさい何よ足もよく動くし悪くはないわ
Alright. So, yeah, we're actually at a good amount of training pace, energy pace. We're in a better mood.
半端な内容じゃ許さないから
Whenever once this second race rolls around, I'm sure that they will do a lot better.
見てなさい
Alright. More speed, of course.
やってやるわ足もよく動く
Alright. Your training must be promoted by winning another race. Okay, center stage. So, yeah, all of these races are the same race. It does change slightly where I'm able to position them. Let's not race out in the rain a second time.
ここは負けられない一番人気8番
I'm getting slightly better at the strategy when it comes to all of this, but yeah, I did have to experience my first few losses in order to do that. I mean, I hate to think that, you know, my continuing to use the exact same racer is also somewhat detrimental to my ability in order to play this game properly. In short, I think I might be beating a dead horse. That's an awful joke to make surrounding this game.
出走の準備が整いましたスタートです各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
先行争いはダイワスターレット6番3番やはりダイワスターレット2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは3番差がなく6番4番手に1番すぐに続いて4番それを見るように2番少し離れて7番少し後ろから9番1コーナーからそして2
Well, it's reassuring to see that they can actually get pretty far out in the front at this point.
2番手は3番外を回ります6番4番手1番4番5番手2番並んでくる7番追走外9番さらには5番意気揚々と先頭を行きますダイワスターレットどうでしょうこの展開
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが。
順位を振り返っていきます依然としてダイワスターレット続いて3番第2コーナーを抜け向こう正面に入った依然先頭はダイワスターレット続きました3番後ろ1番4番手には6番2番続いているそしてその外から行ったのは7番1馬身差5番外を回って4番1馬身離れて9番ダイワスターレット先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。一息つけるといいですが。
まだ牽制し合っているのか互いに探り合いのままレースが進みます
前に抜け出すのは容易じゃなさそうです。
第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
まだ差があるここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか中山の直線は短いぞ後ろの子たちは間に合うか食い下がる1番ダイワスターレット強い強すぎる完全に抜け出したダイワスターレット先頭はダイワスターレットこれは強い200を通過先頭は変わらずダイワスターレットこれは
Well, you know, maybe that very first race is not as formative as I continue to think it is. She fell extremely hard in that very first one, but now she is number one in this race.
ダイワスターレットの区間賞でした2着には1番3着に入ったのは7番ちゃんと見てたでしょうね私の走り
Well, this time at least we have to make sure that we show up for the next race the time that they want to, the time that they want to race me. Okay, well, victory concert.
響けファンファーレ届けゴールまで輝く未来を君と見たいから駆け出したらきっと始まるストーリーいつでも近くにあるから手を伸ばせばもっと掴めるグローリー一番目指してレッチャレ加速してゆこう勝利の女神も夢中にさせるよスペシャルな明日へつながるメイクデビュー響けファンファーレ届けゴールまで輝く未来を君と見たいから駆け抜けてゆこう君だけの道をもっと早く I be 夢の先まで響けファンファーレ
Echo for the fanfare. sprint on towards the goal. The two of us will soon see a future full of shining stars.
君だけの道を走れ走れ誰より速くいつか笑える最高だけ目指して行こう
Yay! Anyways. Alright. Turns until go race. At least things are, you know, pretty good stat-wise going into the next one.
注目の一番人気4番ダイワスカー
I mean, this is a tough group of races. To think that you just won one. You still have to run in the second one.
行くわよ
At the exact same level that you were at the first one. Here's hoping that you can actually continue to keep that, pace up.
上空には灰色の空が広がる京都レース場。天気は何とか持ちこたえ、両馬場の発表です。
天気持ってくれるといいですね。
3番人気はこの子です。11番、2番人気を紹介しましょう。
Okay, Vodka is actually in this one.
娘を置いて他にいない。1番人気、ダイワスカーレット。
火花散らすデッドヒートに期待しましょう。
各馬娘、ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタートです。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは9番、16番、18番、期待通りの結果
Ooh.
1番人気ダイワスカー
Way back there, already at 10th place.
先頭から大きく離されて2番手は16番、その外並んで18番。
I suddenly think that my best laid plans were actually something of a pretty bad mistake.
内から行く。それを見るように11番、ダイワスカーレット。ここにいた。動くか。落ち着かない様子。先頭行ったのは9番、続きました18番、16番、並びかけてきた。さらに内から動くか。すぐに続いて17番、1馬身離れて15番、内から10番、12番、追走。少し離れて6番、さらには11番、3番、続いている。差がなく7番、そして5番、14番。
God damn it, Brainy, not you two. Wow, you know. I do have to have a certain appreciation that the term "God damn it, Brainy" is beginning to become something that is following me. Hey, Reaper is here. Yeah, I somewhat sold out, and I am playing probably what is one of the most unreasonably popular games that is going on Twitch right now. But, you know, I had to at least give it a swerve, you know. Because I am a big anime fan. If it's any credit to you, if it's any consolation to you, I don't actually think I'm doing very good at it. It's barely my third race. That puts me in, what, 16th place? Horse girls, yes. Playing horse girls. There's some horse in this house, there's some horse in this house, there's some horse in this house. Say, once we get back, it's training time, yeah. Well,
まだまだ私は良くなるわよもっと走らせな
I think I might actually end up losing career if I actually do try to improve my stats. But then again, you know, I'm not going to get very far unless I do improve my stats. Yep, there you go. I should have just taken that next race. Bonk, Brainy. Let's see. Something I gotta learn is, how to get anywhere beyond make debut race. Have fun. I only have 2 minutes of internet, then I shut off. Well, actually, I am already just going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight. Let's take a moment and see who is on the old Orpal site. Let's see, tonight, just to let you know, Reaper, is that tomorrow I'm going to actually be doing a guest, stream on, twitch.tv oddturvt. Let me see. I'm going to be getting on his, special, podcast segment, which he calls Broadcast from Outer Space. My internet been shut off for 2 weeks. Oh, gee. Sorry to hear about that. Well, if you can make it, by all means, is that tomorrow night is going to be a very special guest spot on somebody else's show. Let me see if I can give them a shout out as well. So, let's see. Well, while I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and I'll pick out who I'm going to go ahead and throw to. Umamusume is pretty good choice right now. Brace for Haste is on, just kind of doing an art stream. And, they're a fantastic artist, too. I like to think that.
Alright, I got an email the other day with a file that made me sad, happy, and scared. It was an emotional attachment.
Don't throw to Reaper, he'll break. Yeah, I will be very gentle with Reaper, because he's actually nice enough in order to tune into these streams. Alright, so yeah, I think I have decided I am going to go over to, okay, I lied, I didn't actually decide. I'm going to go over to Brace for Haste. Right now they are in the middle of doing an art stream, so let me click on them before I forget a second time. Alright, so alright. Okay, folks, have a good time over at Brace's channel. Be sure to use our patented phrase, Brainy Raid, roll initiative. Alright, so tomorrow, yeah, we're going to be over on Otter VT, and we are going to have a great time on his talk show. Try to tune in for that, but in the meantime, though, I remain Brainy the RPG Cat. Remember, B-R-A-N-Y means smart. Nothing is too hard if you use your head. Always be the change that you want to see in the world. Have a good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for watching.